y'all. How you doing? This is Reality with DVD. I've been gone for a minute now. Back with the Skin on Fleek. Shout out to Melody Cherie. This is I have, like I said, I have her anti-aging serum on my face since I will be turning the big 5-0 Wednesday. Send me a birthday shout out down in the comments, and you can cash out me. DMC $DMC click. Okay. Now moving right along. Cash up your girl for her birthday. So we're gonna talk about season 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 of the Love and Marriage Huntsville franchise. The ladies are, I'm gonna get right on into it. Y'all ready? So we're gonna do this like real quickly, because even though the episode was decent, I'm sick of that girls trip, right? And so I know we all sick of that. Look at my nose running. Decided to want to run right when I started doing the damn video. Mississippi weather. Okay. So the trip is gonna wrap up in St. Thomas, and Destiny and Sonny still are deciding they want to confront each other. Girl, it ain't nothing to talk about here. It's been talked about, bunted, done. I honestly think that there was no surprise, and I've been saying this, that there was no surprise that Destiny, that she knew about Moses and old girl, forehead almighty. Okay? So, I don't have a dog in this fight. Nell got on everybody's nerves. And Shanita, she had to come to Mel's defense again because of the whole situation with Trish and Ken. And they just couldn't let that go about the discord that happened on the trip. But here's the thing. Melody did bring up the whole situation with Ken. But I don't think Melody was judging their throuple, because Melody was like, remember when Tisha alluded that she was a hoe yet again? Yeah, don't I remember? Melody was so trying to come to Trisha's defense. Maybe Martell was lying. Remember that in her confession? Don't forget that. So Mel, says, we did come to a place of somewhat a resolution, and she decided that she wanted to, pass out flowers. But, Sonny was like, I've apologized to Destiny over and over again. This is my husband now. I didn't cheat like Martell. I didn't go behind her back like Martell. I literally started dating someone who was single. Now, that part of this conversation, I don't understand why Destiny don't get. And that's why I know it's a setup, because it's just dragging on for no reason so she can stay in scenes, right? That's what it seems like to me. And, everybody leaves and with a decent understanding. But yet, we know that Destiny took that. See that going? Invisalign here. Destiny took this to the blog, right? Nobody cared. And like I said, why are they fighting over this man like he's a prize? She's still kind of upset with Nell because Nell brought up about, and dating Nell's son, by the way, because she brought up about the kids. You got a kid. Sonny has the right to become a mother. That's what I don't get about her. Is it like she's jealous because she wants to become a mother with Moses and she didn't do it first? Well, The other woman that LeBaric is about to start dating didn't do it first with Lil Law. You became a mother with his kids first. I know you prefer that it was probably with the jailbird over there. But for me, and was for me, that has always been, I would rather know what happened in your marriage. Your marriage. So, we get back home finally. Whew. Carlos, don't. When you finally took those girls on a girls trip, you finally did it. And it was whack. It's okay. The episodes were good. Don't get it twisted. But you dragging it out and then starting a totally different season. Why? Excuse me. See, this is what happened when I get on camera. I always have to burp. But, I have acid reflux, so let that pass. So we're going to get home and we're going to talk about the couples. I'm not going to go in any particular order. We're just going to act as if they were speaking at the same time, which it really technically was like a montage of simultaneous scenes, right? So we're going to start with the least interesting couple on the show. Marshmallow Cheese Puff and Kimmy. And so Kimmy was like, oh, everything went well. I couldn't give Melody the compliments that she deserved because there was Shanita jumping in, having her say and everything. But, because it did seem fake. No, don't get it twisted. It did seem somewhat fake that they were just sitting there. Yeah, girl, you did a good job, girl. I enjoyed myself. Well, you really didn't because you came on the trip complaining. I don't do girls trips. Maurice, Maurice poop with your yellow self. I just got to be up under you and all your yellow glory. And humping up on me when I don't want to get humped on. That's what I want. Yeah. I want to be with you, honey. And so he was like, and she said, well, the person that I had a conversation, I guess I shook her saying conversation. The person that I had a conversation with and I had the most, that I clicked with the most was Trish. Trish, he said. And she says, yes, Trish. And he's like, well, she's still married. Now, Maurice the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh. Marshmallow Cheese Puff. Lemon Moon Pie Head. Wasn't it you who didn't fully complete your marriage with Kaya before you got with the self-righteous Kimmy? All class and grace. Kimmy. So we're not going to sit here and act like it's a problem with a separated woman dating someone. It might be a situation like with my relative. Maybe the husband absolutely positively does not want to sign the papers. He doesn't want to sign the papers because he doesn't want to marry anyone else. And it might be that the man that my relative is married to does not want to sign the papers because he doesn't trust any other woman with his Social Security. Plus, they have children together, and he doesn't feel a second wife will do right by his children with his first wife. So she's gonna remain the first wife until death. And they both date other people. In Mississippi, it's just a thing. I don't know if it's the same way in Alabama, but we call them black divorces over here. I'm used to them. They don't surprise me at all, and I don't judge people for doing them. I don't. And I damn sure don't judge Melody for going out there and getting her 228 when Motel Hotel was over there eating ice, okay? So we're going to move right along. The least interesting couple, nothing there except, Maurice kind of judging and then her letting him know that, she bonded with her and basically what she was telling him. They'll say that on camera. So I'm moving right along. Let's get to the middle-sized, interesting couple on the show. And that would be Mr. Top Royal Teeth and his wife, Letitia. So they have the conversation. We get to meet, was it Macy or Mila? I think it was Macy that was in the room. Macy is the oldest, I think. Macy was in the room. And Dad said, no, we don't do that. We're not going to eat in the house. And then he said, Mom, I'm going to eat. Mom said I could. And then he was like, well, that's why you my least favorite child. You could tell your child that? So, okay. Maybe because you didn't raise them. But she's like, and you my least favorite. Why? Because you don't recognize the children. Excuse me. Stomach settling. Acid reflux. You didn't raise them. You didn't help mold them to the women they are for sure. So, of course, you're her least favorite parent. And with all the misogyny in that home, you will be my least favorite parent too. Because how do you know Mason and Mila won't be your money makers? And the other child, Junior, I guess the name Marcel, MJ. Well, he's bright because I understand that he's bright. But let's say he was a goofball jock. And that's all he knew how to do. What if he wasn't successful? And the other two were your business people and created generational wealth. Women can do that more so. Just in case you didn't know. I'm here to tell you. It's a new thing. You know, probably since the beginning of time, but it's a new thing that women are in the workforce and making more money than men, especially with, don't tell nobody, black women. Child, I can't make this shit up. So, anyway, she wraps up her story and she talks about how Shanita kept calling her the op. And then Marcel said, and Marcel was like, I think I kind of know her. Is she kind of tall? And she was like, yeah, look like a guy. Looks like a guy. And Marcel told her, see, these are the moments that I like Marcel, okay? But he, comes in, swoops in, saves the day, and brings everybody down to earth. And so he told her, don't do that. Right, don't do that. You know that lady is a woman. And you wouldn't like it if somebody talked about all that facial hair that's coming in on your skin that we can see. Or that bad skin you got going on. Okay? You wouldn't like that, would you? Okay. Or your speech impediment. Right? So don't say this lady is a woman, even though she kept calling you the ops. And she was perturbing you. You don't go down that road. Wrong road. Because people can say things about you now. I'm not saying. Now, for me, when people used to say that Letitia was jealous because Melody looked better than her, I used to be like, y'all colorist there. Because she's a beautiful girl. I will always say that. I don't like her. That's the problem. Okay? And as my mama used to say, and she does have a bad skin. Go around there and purchase some of that anti-aging serum over there at 7th Avenue. I help them forever pimples. Okay? Do that. So anyway, they go on to talk about how Melody was finally told about the situation between Trish and Martell. And Marcel was like, duh. I can see why that she would think something might have happened because, damn, Martell is out here in these streets talking about how fine she wasn't and how he decided to let her come by the house, and she came by the house a couple of times. The stories weren't matching. Initially, she said she never went to Martell's house. And then Marceau confirmed that Martell said she had come over a couple times. So the stories weren't story. And I told you all that when that heifer first came to the show. So I can like this right here, do it to you. What should you say? What should I talk? Damn it! I have to reject that car. I got 2 phones. And one is got my notes on it. So anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, they're talking about Trish and that whole situation. Then he was like, then Tisha was like, well, you know, Destiny kept defending herself. She kept saying that Martell and her hadn't had any dealings with each other. Why she called me on this phone that I'm filming on. That's my sister every time. She gonna call me on my house phone. She gonna call me on both cell phones until she get, what I tell you? There she is right there. Let me go ahead and answer this. I'm gonna pause this video. Damn it. And we're back. I done lost my notes. Because, you know, we've been on the phone just that long. Let me see, can I find my notes that we're going to get back into it. But anyway, the main thing is we're still at Tisha and Marceau's house. And, you know, I think I got to the part about where they were talking about Trisha and Ken. And Marceau basically said that, you know, Ken had been married to her all that time. He worked for him, and he still did not know that Ken was married. Why? I mean, MARQUEZ was married. Why? Because they were separated. Again. And a black divorce. And so, Tisha, she's like, well, you know what? You know, me and Melody, and we're in a good place. And then he was like, well, you know, it's Shanita, she's Mel's friend. And now, there go the salt, right? Well, if she's Mel's friend, she won't be Mel's friend long. And Marceau, if anybody know, cause now I don't think Tisha pledged undergrad. I think, like I said, the graduate chapter that Tisha pledged. I think the word on the street is that allegedly Melody helped her get into the AKAs. So my point in saying that is that, you know, even if you get into it with your lying brothers or your lying sisters, it's just like a real brother sister situation. You're gonna have a lifetime friendship with at least somebody on that line. So if she don't have any, this is how Scorpios think. Let me put you in the mind of a Scorpio. This is how we think. If we have one good friend, just one. No new friends. Da-da-da-da. No friends. Da-da-da-da. That's just it. You cancel. Period. And walk up. We don't care like that. It's just how we are. And let me hear her do this video so I can get something. Now that's a real hunger pain growl right there. In case this mic picked up on it. But cause my mic sounds so nice. My mics. So anyway, said all that. You know, they won't be friends with her long, and then they got to talking about, like I said, Trish and Ken again. And they were talking about how Ken, you know, stepped up to the plate. And so, in a way, MARQUEZ should be kind of grateful. Yeah, I mean, in a way, he should. Now, let me get on to, what else did Letitia say? Let me see. I think I covered everything that she talked about on the trip. So, let's move right along, and then I'll get back to it if I miss something. I want to get to Trish and Ken, okay? So, Ken does not have any idea. He did not tell Trish about her not being hot. Because I know if she was mad when Martell pretended like he didn't know her, she would really be pissed if he said she wasn't that hot. Talking to her, she's right here. You know, she would have been hot. And she would have been cussing and everything. You know. So, here's the deal. She gets over there to tell Ken what happened, right? And then she tell Ken that, you know, out of all the people, Melanie is the one who pissed me off the most. Okay, because she brought up about, you know, you taking Destiny's side in the whole Moses situation, and the situations were similar. Your situation is similar to that, except for the fact that you're married, bitch, and he's not. He's not married. Moses was married to Destiny. One more time. I think it's looking the way it looks because she was her producer, but in essence, Sonny is saying they weren't friends. And if Sonny says they weren't friends, that's what it is. How come nobody in the audience that likes Destiny can make her understand that? I think it's a ploy to keep camera time. I mean, that's what I think. So, moving right along. So, it's time to go to the dinner. Child, we're going to skip all that fluff talk. We're going to go to the dinner. So, MARQUEZ is crying as usual, right? So, Trish gets in confession. His tears mean nothing to me because I've seen those tears before. It's one thing after another. He did leave his family, so he wasn't there for us. And Ken was that guy. Oh, Maurice did say that he thinks that Ken loves Trish more. And in my opinion, my mama always told me, if your man don't love you more than you love him, then he got to go. Because when a man loves you more, they have a tendency to do things for you, be there for you, be the kind of man that he's supposed to be. And when they love you, and when you as a woman love them, because as Latimer said and straightened out, because a woman feels things deeper than a man. Being that our emotions are deeper, we have a tendency to overdo it when the man is the most in love, or when we love the man the most. And then it all goes out. So, even if I do love a man, because I think I loved my children's father more than he loved me. I think, in my mind, this is me, even though he asked me to marry him, I honestly think that he was still in love with the girl he was with before me. That's how I feel. It's my opinion. It didn't bother me because I knew how to keep my emotions. Scorpio. He was Scorpio too. So that was the way, that was how we did things. I knew how to keep my emotions under control, even though I loved him dearly. And I told him as much. But at the same time, he couldn't tell by my action at all. Period. Because my action said, float on, float on. You couldn't tell for 1 second. I never ran behind him. I never called him more than talk about the kids. If he wanted to go and talk about us getting back together, I used to be like, well, aren't we cordially co-parenting? I bring him back. You know what I'm saying? Because I just didn't feel that I don't want a one-sided relationship. I didn't feel like a two-sided connection there. I just did. I'll never be able to find out because he's no longer with us, but it's just how I felt about the situation. And I wasn't going to give him the satisfaction of thinking that I loved him more. I'll put it that way. So anyway, so they sitting at the dinner table, right? And Ken is trying to be the Incredible Hulk. Me say Trish. Me say Trish from Bad Husband. That's what he reminds me of. And so MARQUEZ said, you cannot tell me that you all weren't talking when we were together. And I do feel that way. I do feel that because their timeline keeps getting off. It keeps going from 2 years and this, that, and third. And then MARQUEZ's timeline is starting in 2017, before the pandemic, when Trish decided she wanted to start working out in the beginning. But I can see this is how women operate too. with emotion. I can see her enjoying the attention from Ken, because I feel like she wasn't getting it at home. So what she wasn't getting at home, another man was giving to her, whether y'all was together or not. But the point is, in that time, you left. MARQUEZ, I feel not one bit sorry for you. And I've told you that before. To me, yeah, you're giving deadbeat dad vibes. But your timeline is timelining better than her. And when I tell you that after this season, we don't have to talk about Trish and her throuple no more. I don't have to see them no more, and I'll be cool with that. Carlos, you're gonna have to do better with your caster. You too busy trying to bring the drama. Right? And then that whole situation with Martell, you trying your best to keep Martell in the loop. Oh yeah, that's what reminded me about Martell. Marceau did say that the reason why, because she brought that up, because Letitia said that she just had to tell him about the respect for cheating. And even Letitia said, right, I don't think Mel was doing that. Destiny brought that up. Yeah, because Destiny wanted to stir up some shit. She was wrong for that. And Marceau was like, if she wanted to let him respectfully cheat, he wasn't going to leave Slob on the knob like corn on the cob, Trap Mouth, Ariana Curry alone. And he wasn't going to leave Mel alone. He was perfectly content having these two women kind of gnaw and tug at him. And the disrespect for cheating that Melanie is talking about is simple. Bitch, don't call my house asking for my man. He's still my man on paper. Legally. That's what she mean about her being disrespectful. He wasn't respectfully cheating, because if you respectfully cheat, like I said, your man has had her in the corner somewhere, and the wife don't know nothing about it. But slap on them now like corn on the cob, Trap Mouth, Ariana Curry, let Melody know she was present. So nobody believes that Melody allowed him to respectfully cheat. Like I said, she still be with it. Even though it took her 5 years to cut him off. Now she realized that was too long. God said go and she went. Okay? Let's give her some credit for that. Can we do that? Okay. So, Marceau also said that, you know, with the whole Ken situation, he's gonna, even though he and MARQUEZ are cool, it was the way it was handled. And MARQUEZ, he not only left his kids, he left his family. And that's how a lot of people should see it. Letitia said that she and Melody are in a good place. And they are in a good place. And she said it's the outside influences, which means that was foreshadowing. Who was the outside influence? Wanda Mike. She is the one that has caused the breakdown in the building of Melody and her friendship. Now, my understanding is that More Manna is coming along. Is it More Manna? Because she's more. No, he wouldn't dare let her call it More Manna, would he? Sky Manna. Chad, what was that thinking? Excuse me. Sky Manna is coming along. Well, we'll see, won't we? Now back to the dinner. So anyway, I had to go back in this video and talk about that whole thing, because I told you if I think of what else Letitia talked about, I would come back to you with it, because I knew that it was important to the meat of the conversation or in the things that happened on the trip. And that definitely was an important factor. Her saying that, you know, about the respect for cheating and how Destiny brought that up. I have my notes. I do on this phone. But like I said, you think I want to scroll back through this again? After it keeps cutting off. Who is this? That looks like Tay. Let's see what Tay got to say about me. She gave me several purple hearts. A couple of subs definitely had your back. Yeah, I told her, because I did make a video right quick. I'll talk about that right quick. I did make a video about the YouTube beef, and I told her that my subs were riding with her. Tell me, I know this is not about this, but when everything circles back to Love and Marriage Huntsville, don't it? It's the center of the mess. So drop down in the comments and let me know if you agree with the subs. Most of my subs that I did that video on was just in that video talking about I'm riding with Tay regardless. Or I'm riding with Shay Renee regardless. But that's neither here nor there. Back to the dinner. So, I think MARQUEZ is really feeling the pinch of what's bothering him the most is the hugs to the daughter. I guess he feels like that the son can protect himself. And you hug my daughter, you took her in at night. And Ken's like, yeah, that's what daddies do. I feel like whatever comes with Trish, children and all, that's also my responsibility. And I guess so. I mean, that's how he feels. Anyway, he's crying and he finally pulls out the papers. She signs the papers and it goes off there. Y'all, the YouTube streets were talking. They said it's still not divorced. I don't know. I don't even care like that. If the lady wants to stay in her black divorce, let the lady stay in her black divorce. Leave that lady alone. Okay? With that, I'm going to close. Now, some people feel like your marriage is irretrievably broken when your ass walks out the door and say, deuces. Okay? Like I said, with that, I'm going to close. This has been Reality with DVD. Like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell button. You will be notified when I upload a video. And as I do when I close, I'm going to chunk them up. But before I chunk them up, I want to say I appreciate you subs for coming in and subscribing to my channel and see that I talk about more stuff than Love and Marriage Huntsville. Go over there and check out that video that I did about Monique and Kenya. Because I'm going to have a, when I started my channel, I told you I was going to have a broad variety of different things that we could talk about and discuss. My life does not revolve, and my channel does not revolve around Love and Marriage Huntsville. Again, one day this show will end, and I wonder if all of us who are great fans of Melody, will we stick to being great fans of her and continue to buy her products? Because I like them. Look at that. Look at that. As my nephew say, look at that glow. I'm just joking, y'all. But the products are really the bomb, okay? No, I'm not taking it away from it. But anyway, let me go ahead and check up the deuces. And love you guys. Shout out to Sakia. Deuces. Come on in. Come on in. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And when I say comment, I mean comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know what I could do to improve my channel. Let me know what I could do to improve my videos. Whatever. I'm back on film sometimes. I got me a nice little new ring light. And for some reason, this car is just sanctuary. Even though the Pharaohs are at school, I still came out of my car to film. Shout out to Rock. All right. Again, deuces. I'm out this time.